We have a bit of an update today, so this is kind of exciting. Do you remember the bridal video that we did? It was like an Airbnb, right? So essentially, the bride's hairstylist made the original video talking about the situation. The bride had booked an Airbnb to stay at the night before her wedding with one other person. The day of the wedding came and the venue couldn't let them in for around 2 hours to get dressed, so they had another 4 people at the Airbnb, mainly stylists. The owner of the place wasn't happy at all, threatened to call the police on them and kicked them out. So we've now got the original bride giving her side to the story. So let's just see what her side of the story is. Ooh, I'm so excited. I love an update.
Hi guys, my name's Angel. I'm the bride from the Airbnb video that the hairstylist posted. I just want to get on here and tell my side. I'm only going to be giving out facts. Not much my opinions on everything, but yeah, just showing you guys some screenshots and getting my side of the story out. That's all. I also just want to say that I really do appreciate every single person that defended me and supported me in my hairstylist comments, under that woman's video, in her comments, that message Airbnb. Every single person, including Airbnb, they did completely resolve the situation effectively, professionally, and swiftly. And I am so happy with the outcome. And I appreciate you guys a lot. Without you, I don't think that any of this would have happened, especially with my hairstylist, Tierney. She was amazing hairstylist. She did her thing, and my girls looked very good on that day. And without her, this would not have happened. So I do want to thank Tierney as well. She did amazing. But yeah, I'm going to be giving you guys some brief screenshots and facts. But before I get started with that, for anybody, and I'm not saying that there are a whole bunch of people doing this, but for anybody that is going to, the host's page to harass or bully her, just please don't, guys. The situation was fixed. It's fine. I'm okay. Okay, so number one, I knew that my venue was not going to let me until 12. At that point, I had to figure out a situation because I have 10 bridesmaids in total, and they needed to get their makeup done, and they needed to start like early in the morning. Okay. Second, because I needed to figure something out, I went ahead and I told my dad, hey, I need to get an Airbnb or a hotel, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, so her dad booked the Airbnb, and there was some, confusion from the owner as to, who booked it, which I don't think is important, really, as long as she knew who was going to be there.
Also, guys, the mysterious Everett that everybody's talking about is my dad. That's it. Also, I did not tell this woman that I was having my wedding. And I don't think I needed to. And honestly, that opinion is not going to change. It's not going to change. When I book an Airbnb, when I book a hotel, I don't tell them why I'm there or what I'm doing.
Exactly like I said in the last video. You don't book a hotel and be like, yeah, just so you know, I'm going to go out for dinner this time. And I'm going to this place. Like, why would you need to tell me? You don't go to an Airbnb and tell them why you're there. That's really strange.
But frankly, they don't need to know. All they need to know is that I'm staying there.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, when I booked the Airbnb, here is the policy. No gatherings of more than 6 people, up to 4 vehicles allowed on the property, no street parking. That's what was there. Again, I also saw 6 guests maximum allowed. This is what she sent me the morning of our check-in. Our check-in was supposed to be on the 12th. I didn't check until the 13th, the day of my wedding, because I went out the morning before. I didn't get back to Montgomery until 5 a.m. and I immediately went to bed. But if you want to read this, you can pause. It was a really nice message. I just said thank you back. Now, what you guys should know is that I have 10 bridesmaids in total. I was aware that it said 6 guests maximum. And I had created, or really my maid of honor and my matron of honor, shout out to them, they created a schedule for the bridesmaids to get there to do their makeup because I knew that I couldn't have more than 6 people there. My intention was to always have 6 people there. And for everybody who doesn't believe that we were really going to do rotations, we really were.
Let me read this message. So, the Airbnb only allows 4 people inside at a time, so we will rotate in groups of 3. Great. Once your group is finishing up, please call the next group to let them know it's time to head over. These times are estimates. Group 1, 6 a.m. confirmed. Early morning weddings. 3 people. Group 2, 7:45 a.m. estimate. another group of people, and then 9:30 a.m. another group of people. Done.
My bridesmaid, my matron of honor, got the 4 wrong, but really it was 6 people. So I told them like groups of 3, and then let the next group know when you're going to be done. Yeah, so it would have been 3 people, me, the hairstylist, and the makeup artist. That makes 6. Also, this was sent at 8:32 p.m. on Friday. Now, guys, I got back to my Airbnb at like 5 in the morning because, like I said, I went out the night before. I immediately went to bed. I was tired and I was getting married in the morning. I went to bed, and then when I woke up around like 8 in the morning, I realized that there were more than 6 people. And I realized that that was against the rules. So I messaged her and I said, "Good morning. Just wanted to let you know that I'm getting married today. My venue is 15 minutes down the road." I let her know that so that she knew that whenever we left, it would be quick, okay? Venue won't let me and my bridesmaids in yet, but will around 12 p.m. By that time, we should all be gone, as well as the cars. I just wanted to let you all know that so that you didn't think it was a party or anything. I apologize for the inconvenience. Please let me know if there's anything you need from me. And again, I apologize. I apologize twice, guys. I'm not a rude person. I understand this is somebody's place, and I don't want to do anything to make them uncomfortable. She said good morning. She congratulated me on my wedding day. She told me about the policy again. And said that it was strict, and she said that she wouldn't be able to, that says accommodate your requests. I understood. Did I understand? No, but I understood that this is her place, so if that's how she feels, then that's how she feels. I said, okay, do you know where they may be able to go since only 3.5 hours? I literally just needed somewhere for them to be for 3 hours, or 3, 4. I'm bad at math, whatever. I need them to be somewhere for a short amount of time. She said she was checking, and she asked how many there are. I said just 7. I know that for a fact in her video, it did not go through to her. So she did not see this. Guys, like I said, this Airbnb was in the middle of the forest. I'm a very type E person. So really that morning I was running off having no Wi-Fi and just doing whatever. But I did say that there were 7 people in the Airbnb. It just did not get to her. And I was running around doing stuff. So I didn't see that it didn't send. She then said, you can check Margaritaville. Like I said, guys, I just needed a place for 3.5 hours. My bridesmaids were going home after the wedding. I wanted to be with my husband.
Yeah.
I said, because I was trying to clarify, they don't need a place to stay, just a place to wait until 12. And then they're leaving and not coming back. What I meant by that is not that they're leaving your house and not coming back. What I meant is that wherever they will be, they don't need to stay. They're not coming back. I said they aren't staying the night, just waiting. That's it. That's all I meant by that. And I can see how it may be misconstrued that I meant her place, but that's not what I meant. I just meant that I needed a place for them to be at for not an extended period of time. And she said that she understood and that it was again, and we weren't allowed on the property. La la. This was the rest of that message. I totally understand. Again, only 6 people allowed to be on the property, only 3 cars allowed to be on the property. I saw 4, and I showed you guys a screenshot, but whatever. No street parking, and all IDs need to be submitted for all guests prior to check-in. These weren't guests. Again, they were visitors. They were not going to be there for more than like 4 hours that day. And these policies were on the listing that Everett agreed to upon booking. You're violating numerous policies of ours. I'll give you 30 minutes to vacate the property. Otherwise, the sheriff will be notified to vacate you from the property. And then she confirmed yesterday it's only 2 checking in. Yeah.
The fact that she is like, just to check me too, is very calm. Very calm on a wedding day. I'll be like, are you actually fucking kidding me? Not to her, I'll be really pissed off. But the fact that she just responded, are you talking about me too? Trying to figure out what to do. Like, she's not coming back at her being like, you can't do this, you know? She's very calm, I would say, for this situation.
She didn't clarify if she needed me to leave too. So I asked her, I said, are you talking about me too? She didn't respond back until like 8 or 9:35-ish. But I was trying to figure out what to tell my dad. Yeah. Then she finally responded and said yes. And so Well, I said I was upset, guys, but I wasn't going to be cursing this woman out and doing the most. So I just said, awesome. I hope you have the day you deserve, after threatening to
Yeah.
call the sheriff on a bride who was trying to
Yeah.
have effective communication. Lovely conversation.
She's one person over the people limit for a few hours. It is their wedding day. You have you make up the rules for your place. One extra person isn't going to do shit. If it does, charge them. Charge them through Airbnb for damages, if there's any damage caused, which there wouldn't have been, because they're just bridesmaids getting married. It was her discretion, and I think it was a really fucking stupid choice.
I didn't talk to her ever again. This says Everett canceled the reservation. And that's that. Okay, any hoodles. So, yeah, I thought that this was going to be brief, but I don't think so. So I'll just do a part 2.
I don't know what she could have done instead of, you know, the venue. Maybe she could have looked up, yeah, when does the venue open, whatever. Listen, if I'm a bridesmaid, I'm trying not to stress out the bride. I'll get ready in my car. I'll do my makeup in the car. Great lighting, you're outside. It's all good. Get dressed when the venue opens. Also, one of the policies, no photo shoots. It's like, yeah, let me rent out my vineyard mega mansion, but you can't have pictures taken. Now, how would you even police that, you know? So actually planning on more people being at the venue, but had arranged it to stick to the rules, right? And had only messaged because there would be one person difference. One person. She replied very politely, very calmly in that situation on a very stressful day. This hasn't changed my mind since the original story. Let's see what happened next.
Okay, y'all, this is my part 2, just to debunk some things. For one, this woman knew that it was my wedding from the moment I told her that was 8 a.m. on September 13th. That was my wedding day. Second, there were no cars in the road. Even then, I remember at a certain point, one of my bridesmaids, she literally came in and grabbed everybody's keys and said, hey, I'm going to move my car over because it was kind of in the middle of the driveway. She said, I'm going to move this car over and rearrange everybody's cars so that we're all fitting in the driveway. Why? Because we realized that the street was not like a street that you can just park on the side of. It was like a road, like a one-way road almost. It was really small. So she moved it so that nobody's cars are in the way and nobody got hit. I know that the makeup artist said that it was her brother that was the sheriff. I think she just misheard, not really trying to make anything up or anything. I genuinely just think she misheard what I said because it all happened in a rush and she was just trying to get the story out. That's it. But I was never told that it was her brother that was the sheriff. And I'm just clarifying that that's not correct. That's pretty much it. Also, I was not rude or nasty to her. I don't know where that claim was coming from. It was a very short-lived conversation and I had nothing to be rude or nasty about. Was my last message a little snippy? Yes, guys, you're stressing me out. It's my wedding day. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I'm a human being. Okay, guys, so the aftermath of all of that was that I called my dad, let him know what the situation was. He called Airbnb. Airbnb told him that they would be giving him a refund for half the stay. And they said, please go make a comment under this woman's listing because she is a problem host.
Oh, that makes sense.
And nobody ever really leaves a comment, so Airbnb can't do anything about it. However, I will say as of like 15 minutes ago, and I want to thank you guys because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten this recognition without you. But Airbnb did give us a full refund and a coupon for our next stay, and said that it was on them, and apologized for everything, congratulated me on my wedding. So for everybody saying I'm so wrong, there you have it. Guys, after that happened and I heard that my dad got his money back, I didn't care. I went to my maid of honor's hotel room. I took a shower. My bridesmaids and the makeup artist and the hairstylist all went out to go get breakfast, and they got a mimosa tower and they had the time of their lives. And we all met up at the venue at 12 o'clock. We got our hair and makeup done. I looked beautiful. I had my dream wedding. It was amazing. Everybody had fun, and I'm a married woman now. Anyways, guys, that's the story. That's pretty much it. There's not much more to it. It was very simple. I just want to thank every single person who was on the front lines and defending me It's just so great. And I want to thank whoever did reach out to Airbnb or told them, hey, this is wrong what this woman was doing. I really do appreciate it. And helping my parents get their money back. And just giving me justice. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys really do roll for me. Anyway, love you guys. Love everybody that supported me. I appreciate it. I hope that this is all over. It was definitely resolved on my end. I never want to hear about this woman or speak about her or hear from her again, unless it's an apology. And I just want to move on with my life. I am married now, and I really want to enjoy the beginning of my marriage. I'm going on my honeymoon next week, and I just want all this drama to be over. But again, I really do appreciate and love you guys so much, and thank you for supporting me, and thank you for watching my video. Okay, bye.
I'm glad it didn't ruin her day. That was when I was watching it, I was like, oh, what a horrible thing to happen on your wedding day. But it seems like she had a great time. It seemed like everyone else did as well. But so, the host lied about the cars being on the road because that was one of the reasons she had used to evict her from the venue and call the sheriff on her. I don't blame her for that last message. I actually think everyone's saying that, you know, it's a bit catty, it's a bit, I don't think it is. I think it's very tame considering the situation. So Airbnb also told these people that the host was a problem host. I mean, clearly after you've seen her rules, why do this to your house if it's going to be such an issue for you? Like, I get wanting to look after your property and all this kind of stuff, but if you're going to rent out an Airbnb, there shouldn't be any issues, but you know there probably is, you know? I think Airbnb handled this really well, giving a full refund, also paying for their next stay wherever they want to go. That's really decent. So we have a little bit more information on this now that the host is labelled as a problem host. She lied about there being a ton of cars. She's a complete psycho about her venue and feels entitled to know everyone's business. I'm glad we got the bride's side. I'm glad that it didn't ruin her day, because that was a one thing, you know, situations like that can put a bit of a permanent stain on a day and be the memory. Oh, do you remember on the wedding day we were kicked out this and the women threatened to call the cops on us, like that kind of thing. I'm glad it didn't affect them. I don't think we're going to get another point of view unless the venue itself speaks out about this. What do you think now you've watched the original video and this video? Have you changed your mind on the situation? Were you on the host side before? Now you're on the bride's, vice versa? Let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you in the next one. Bye.